It seems like we're having boiler problems again. Oh, did it just turn itself on? I think it just turned itself on. Well, it's been turning itself off all night. I've been down here about every 2 hours to reset it, turn it back on, and the house has been fluctuating between almost warm and cold, and I believe that it just needs to be cleaned, but this is the first time I'm down here during the day where I'm not half asleep. But it's on right now, which is weird because it hasn't been on all night. I'm going to see what I can do, and then if I can't get it to start working myself, I'm going to have to call the plumbers, which is going to be very expensive. That was actually the water heater that I was listening to. The boiler wasn't on, and I just hit the reset button and turned back on. And I'm just going to see how long it takes before it shuts off. And it's 8:36 now. I'll just start a timer because I'm not going to remember 8:36. Depending on how long that takes, I'll have a better idea of what's happening. Today is also the day that I'm supposed to be delivering the crib and changing table. We haven't called the lady yet to confirm. That's going to be a long drive into the Bronx to deliver all that stuff. Or we end up having to call the plumbers for this. The extra cash that we're getting from the crib and changing table won't really mean much, because this is definitely going to cost more than that. The next house that we get needs to have either a geothermal heating system or a gas furnace, because that requires a lot less maintenance. There's only air and gas, so you just have to deal with 2 fans and gas. Unlike this one, which is water and gas, so you have to get a water supply in there. There's more chances of things going wrong. It's been about 19 minutes and it's still running fine. If it shuts itself off again, I'll just turn everything off, turn off the pilot, clean out the burners, which all seem to be working fine. I just checked under there and they're all turned on. I guess maybe go check the other side of the exhaust and make sure that it's not being blocked. Other than that, I don't know what else to do, so I'm gonna have to end up using a plumber.
What is that, Nina? What is that? It's chocolate. Chocolate. You want to eat? Eat the bunny? You want to eat? You want to taste?
It's
like
hard.
I like it.
So sweet. Okay.
These are chocolates that were brought to us by our guests.
What is it?
Getting the car prepared right now for the trip by getting just everything out. But the boiler has been running for an hour and it's still running fine, so we're gonna have to get it looked at anyway, because we don't want it not working when we're sleeping, or if we're out all day it not working. So we need to know exactly what's going on with it. So we called the lady who we're supposed to be delivering to, and she says that, well, she's gonna be paying by credit card, which is fine because we can take credit card, but she says that her credit card is still on the way, and the website says that it's en route and that she should have it by 10:30, but that she's gonna call us back at 10:30 to let us know for sure. And if this doesn't go through today, Linda and I are just gonna put it back up for sale for somebody else to buy. Hopefully somebody that just picks it up, because tired of this lady. Linda's always talking about moving to a warmer place so that we don't have to deal with winter, which would be sad because we don't get snow anymore. But the winter really hurts the cars. I mean, it makes the transmissions work harder, it ruins the wheels faster, the wheel wells get snowed and frozen over and break off. And then the paint just suffers from the amount of salt that gets sprayed on it when the salt trucks pass by to melt the ice. So I might consider moving. We could travel to see snow, I guess. Since that lady needs to get back to me, I'm gonna take advantage of this little bit of time and edit the vlog from yesterday. Cal is supervising. Yes, he is. He's supervising. Because now that he's a little bit older, he doesn't like being alone. He actually, he's aware that he's alone, so he gets upset. Mommy's doing some laundry right now. And depending on how quick I finish this editing, I'm gonna go downstairs and check on the boiler again, which has been running for an hour just fine. If it has turned off, I'll probably turn off the pilot and clean it all out. And if it hasn't, that's gonna be bad, because at least if it turns off, we know what might be wrong and I can try to address it. But if it doesn't turn off and just runs, then we have no idea what's going on, and we're gonna have to spend money on a plumber. Maybe I won't be able to finish the video editing because now Nina's feeling needy as well. No, don't hold his hand. No, soft. You have to wash your hands. I don't know where you've been. He's been sleeping. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Don't think I'm gonna get anything done until Mommy gets back from the laundromat, which is taking quite long. She's probably just waiting for a machine because she just took one small load. The plumbers came over before I took anything apart, which is a good thing because this type of boiler doesn't require soot cleaning, which means that there's a problem with the mechanisms, all three of them. And if we have to get them replaced, it's going to be super duper expensive. And at least I know one of them has to be, and most possibly two of them have to be. So I'm hoping the third one doesn't. So the plumber explained to me that right here, where this little curly Q tube used to be, it goes up into a mechanism that looks like this. Now it's supposed to shut itself off once the steam gets high enough, but it wasn't working. So this one over here is actually the secondary. So when I reset it, it'll start working, but only for enough time for the steam to go from that one to this one, and eventually it'll shut itself off as well. The other problem is the same problem that we had last time. I guess turning the whole system on and off a couple of times got it back to it not working. But this right here is supposed to check the water level, and once the water level gets low enough, this automatic feeder starts working. And right now, none of that is working, and neither is this. I'm hoping that we just have to replace this piece and possibly this one, and that one is working fine. At least that's what I'm hoping, because I know this piece alone is a few $100s. I think it might be $600. And this piece looks much more complicated than that one, so it might cost even more. It's going to be very expensive. So this is the problem that we have. They call it pressure troll, and it's supposed to measure 2 pounds of steam pressure and turn off. And I believe that this might have gotten damaged the night that the entire system got over flooded, because this is only supposed to measure steam, and if water got in here that might have messed it up, but I'm not sure. Well, anyway, this is no longer working. It needs to be replaced. The automatic refill, well, that's actually the mechanism that feeds it automatically, and this is the one that makes sure that it doesn't go lower than a certain level. This is no longer working. This is the one that started working about a month or 2 months ago on its own, from, I guess, having it turned off for an hour. And that one, I think they're just replacing, because they're replacing the entire system, so they're just gonna give us a new one of those. Total price is $1,540, so quite expensive. Hopefully it'll fix the problem and we won't have to deal with it at least for another 10 years. That's about how old the system is, though. It's about 9 years old. Both plumbers that came here, though, did compliment me on my boiler. They said I have a top-of-the-line boiler, which is good. It's just the system that it's running is not working anymore. In other news, the lady from the Bronx still has not gotten to us about the being able to pay for the crib and the changing table. And we told her that this was her last chance, so if it doesn't work out with her today, I'm just going to go back on Craigslist and we'll sell it to someone else. I got 99 problems. In other news, I just spoke to my father, and everything went well last night at his place. So the water line is back in one piece and working, and the sewage system is in place and working. So now he just has to rebuild the wall and retile it. It's a pigeon. It's another pigeon. Can you say pigeon?
Where is it?
It flew away. You like the pigeons? You like the buckabucks? You like it?
Look at the alpaca. It's an alpaca. The pigeon.
No, she wasn't at the laundry. Crap, I have to go get the laundry. Forgot that the laundry had to go get picked up because when my alarm went off, Nina had pooped on herself and Cal was crying because he was unhappy, and Mom was in the basement finding some clothing that she put away a long time ago that she wanted to find. So I kind of forgot about the laundry. So I'm going there now. It's been a tiring day so far. I mean, not that anything that I'm doing is really tiring me out physically. It's just mentally, I want to punch something. So here are all the new pieces installed, not covered yet. With that one, we'll check the water level and feed more water in with the new water feeder. And this, I forget what it's called, pressure troll, is new as well. So now it's supposed to run for 45 minutes and make sure all of the automatic feeding turns on. If this fixes it, it's gonna be good because it'll get a big problem out of our hair. We don't have to worry about it for a couple of years, I don't think. But it will also take a lot of money out of our pocket. They're done. We have a bunch of new pieces. They gave me an extra valve for free, but it's a cheapy valve, probably would have cost me $5. But they didn't add it to the bill, so that's good. This is what it looks like. So we got this new valve. We have a new control, a new automatic water feeder, and a new pressure trip. I forget what it's called again, pressure troll. And the one that's still working. So it's actually on right now and working, and it sounds good. Hopefully we won't have problems again for another 10 years. So I forgot I had taken out the car seat for Nina. And so I let her sit in the front while I put the car seat in, and she enjoyed it, but now it's time to go sit. So the reason that we're in the car is because, other than Nina having to take a nap, I have to pick up some things that I need for an upcoming event. And so we're taking advantage of that to make her fall asleep. The weather got pretty bad rather quickly. And now it's snowing, sleet snowing pretty hard. And I have to get inside with Nina, and I'm kind of far away. So I'm hoping that I can get her in her stroller without waking her up. got what I needed, but it was slightly more expensive than I would have hoped for. But it's gonna last a long time, so I'm gonna stick with it. I didn't realize we had another snowstorm coming. I mean, it's not much of a storm, but it's a lot of snow. So of course that lady that we were waiting for contacted us much later in the day and told us that she's waiting for a credit card and it's not going to get there until 7 p.m. and that she was going to hire a taxi van to come over here and pick up everything because she didn't want us driving over there. But then we had that snowstorm, or that snow, which is still snowing, and so she called back and said that she couldn't get it today, so we're going to try to arrange another day. But in the meantime, I think we're just going to put it back up on Craigslist and see if there's somebody that's less problematic. I can just pick it up and take it away. Cow. Hi. Hi. I just had a nice warm shower. Say hi. That's a bunny. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. The camera. Say goodnight. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Say goodnight.
No.
We're gonna try 5 books, or 4 books today, since she's sleepy but not quite ready. We have to get her hair to dry, so I'll probably read the first 1 or 2 while I'm brushing her hair. Nina fell asleep rather quickly and easily. Cal's asleep, and Mommy's getting ready for bed. I have to go move the car for tomorrow because of street cleaning, and it's raining and snowing. I was going to do it in the morning, but what if I do it now? Good night, Nina. Good night, Cal. We love you.